threes.
A good Tuesday morning, everyone. We are starting off the day with a mostly clear to partly cloudy sky, a little bit of daylight out there as we're just over an hour away from the sun officially popping up, with temperatures still warm, just above average in the 60s to lower 70s. One thing that will stick with us though over the next few days, of course, is that northeasterly wind. Right now, right around 9 miles per hour here in Savannah. Not terrible because of how persistent that northeasterly wind really has been over the last couple of days and through the end of this week. That combined with the full moon that did peak last night, we are looking at our high tides to remain elevated. Our next high tide at Fort Pulaski is right around 9 a.m. this morning. Today's high tide and tomorrow morning's high tide both forecasted to reach 9.9 feet. That's just below moderate flood stage. So we are looking at water in low-lying areas along the road. Then by Thursday, that high tide at 10 a.m. is the one we're going to be closely monitoring as we head into Thursday. As right now, the Fort Pulaski tide gauge is forecasted to reach 10.4 feet. That's just under major flood stage. In between moderate flood stage and major flood stage, we do begin to see water creep on across Highway 80 out towards Tybee. So watching that very closely by Thursday, but gradually we'll start to see that wind back off, at least by the weekend. As for right now, most of us will be able to dodge those rain showers as you step out the door, though of course a quick sprinkle will still be possible over the next few hours as our weather pattern is still roughly the same. We still have high pressure to our east driving in that northeasterly wind, bringing in that moisture onshore, but that trough that was locking in the moisture over the last few days is now closer to our midweek cold front. That's what's going to allow for that lower chance of rain for today and somewhat into our Wednesday tomorrow before the cold front swings through in between Wednesday and Thursday. As for today, with the extra boost of sunshine, temperatures will end up being just a few degrees warmer, back into the mid 80s at 85 degrees here in Savannah, 86 degrees today in Glenville, and 84 degrees in Hampton. Just a few degrees warmer than average, with an average high temperature today at 82. And you can see how warm this morning is, comparing that also to average, where we typically start off our days back into the lower 60s. Tomorrow, even warmer ahead of that cold front at 87 degrees for that high in Savannah, 90 degrees though for that high in Baxley. So for communities south of I-16, there is that chance ahead of the cold front you do brush the low 90s. But don't worry, the 70s aren't too far off. As we head towards Thursday, we begin to track more of a cooler and somewhat drier air mass. The big question mark for Thursday, Friday, and into our Saturday is going to be a coastal low that will try to set up across that front as it moves off our coastline. That will keep the chance of rain around for those 2 days as we close out the work week. Heading into the weekend, high pressure moves in, the sunshine returns, and our highs remain closer to average, upper 70s to low 80s.